Hi, pals. Hi, pals, and welcome to the Disneyland Paris Show. Here's your hosts, Lucy, Chris, and Hugh. Gosh. And now, Disneyland Paris News.
Royal rumblings.
Let's get ready to recycle.
Oh, Lucas, you did that so much better in rehearsal. Do it again. Go on, have another go. Are you ready?
Let's get ready to recycle.
Nice. Hey there, hi there, hello everybody. As you've probably noticed, there's no Lucy here today, and there's no Hugh over here today, because they've both gone to Walt Disney World. It's all right for some, isn't it? So, unfortunately, you're left with the Fletcher side of the family today, and me and Lucas. How you doing, Lucas?
Good.
Good?
I'm
Yeah?
happy that you didn't say Oliver.
No, I am as well. What have you got in case I do say Oliver? Yeah, we don't have the usual bell, so we've got a milk jug with a skewer to rattle in it, haven't we?
Yeah, it doesn't work as well in there. It's better.
There you are. Not a massive news day today, but a massive news day because there's something to show and talk about that's kind of exciting, or is it exciting? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Do you not know this? Do you not know this? Right, have you not heard?
No.
So a new restaurant has opened up in the village called the Royal Pub, and we talked about it a few weeks ago on the show, in a not very positive light, I'd have to say. And now we've got photographs of it, and we've got a menu to look through. So we're going to do that today in a little while, and we'll also talk about.
Was my first one where we did?
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Right. So just to tell you lot, Lucas, I nearly called you Ollie then, didn't I? You need to speak into that microphone, otherwise you will not be heard.
Okay.
Okay, right. Are you ready now? Because we're going to do, we're going to say hello to everybody in the chat.
Who are they?
What do you have to say?
What do I do again?
All aboard, please.
All the board, please.
Oh my word, we rehearsed this. Look, Hugh and Lucy are both in the chat, and you messed that up. Honestly, here we go. I'm sorry, everybody. Never work with children. Are you ready? You're going to do it again now.
Okay.
All right.
Who are they?
Roll the board, please.
Roll aboard, please. Right, you're not getting another go at that.
What is it again? I forgot.
All aboard. Right, and now.
Can I have one more go?
No. And we're getting rid of this because Oliver's asleep in bed. And I did mean Oliver this time. That was right. So, who have we got in the chat today? Well, the first people in the chat were, are we nearly there yet? Who are in Walt Disney World at this moment in time. And I believe they met Hugh and Lucy the other day and picked up some stickers, which is quite exciting. Who else? We've had Aaron and Mark Chester have both given their apologies. It's like an AGM or something, this, isn't it? And we'll be catching up tomorrow. Unfortunately, being caught up in work, amongst other things. We've got the Dunn family there. We've got John Parker and Ross Morley. We've got Andrew Palmer there. You know Andrew, don't you? Yeah, why do you know Andrew?
Because his daughter.
Come on, you can do this.
Used to be in my class.
His daughter used to be in your class. That's right. Do you know what? I'm going to move this microphone a little bit closer to you because you're trying your best not to get into it. Don't touch it. Come on. Sit back a bit.
Okay.
Who else is there then? Well, we've got Sam. We've got Purple 37. We've got Scottish Claire. We've got Ben Fletcher, a namesake. We've got Hugh Rain, some guy. What is it with this Hugh Rain in the chat? What is it with this Hugh Rain? We've got Anna F. We've got Amy Papworth. Who else is there, Lucas? Microphone. Into the microphone. Lucy Rain. Jimmy Clements, Laura C, Dan. There you go. I think that's everybody. I think that's everyone who's in the chat. Hey, have you seen anybody else? Have I missed anyone?
Did you say Ross Morley?
I did say Ross Morley, yes.
Okay.
Yes, I said him earlier. I wrote him down before it started so I didn't forget. I hadn't realised, Hugh, just how complicated this can be. And it's even more complicated when you're on your own or with a child. Right, so news first, and then we'll talk about drinks, shall we? Because I'm introducing Lucas properly to the Tiki Cup song today because I don't think we've ever actually properly done it with him in the past. So, first up, let's get ready to recycle. What's that about, Lucas? Do you know?
No.
Oh, no, I didn't tell you, did I? Okay, so we haven't talked about this yet on the show, I don't think. If we have, apologies. But over the last few weeks, because of changes in France, I guess, disposable plates and cutlery are out. And now you have to reuse them. So there's a lot of recycling stations turning up. So that when you go and buy your food from the quick service restaurants, you get things that are reusable. You eat your food, and then you put it all back and it gets washed up and used again. Sound like a good idea? Yeah? Microphone?
Yes!
All right.
Yes!
Yeah, you're going to deafen people doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a pretty simple premise, really. Although, let's be absolutely honest, if it's got a nice design, are you going to give it back or are you going to keep one?
What, the plate?
The plates, yeah. They're from Disney. Are you going to want to keep them? I'm putting the microphone there. Come on. Keep going. Keep talking.
Maybe.
I'm talking to you.
Maybe. Depends what they look like.
Depends
And
what
if
they look
they're
like.
good.
Yeah. I think that's pretty true.
Depends if they have blue on it.
Depends if they have blue on it.
Yeah.
Oh, you like blue. Okay. Interesting. Look, you can't be seen now. You're literally hidden by the microphone because I've had to move it to get it in front of you. Because the thing is, Lucas, what you might not appreciate is it's not just the people watching today. It's not just people watching today. It's going to be a podcast as well, and so they need to be able to hear you. So can you stop messing with the microphone? I'm going to have to send you away.
Okay.
Don't make me get my stern voice on, because that's not nice, is it? Right. Enough of that, though. Should we talk about drinks?
Yeah.
Get your cups out, guys.
Wait, where's
Hey, ole! It's showtime! All together! Your tiki 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 cup in your tiki 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 cup. Well, you made yourself a beverage, drink it up from your tiki 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 cup.
Lucas has water in his tiki cup, which is now all over my iPad. Thanks, Lucas. I've been somewhere today and got some interesting things. So I'm sorry, Hugh, because I would have liked to have got you one of these that I've got here. But Lucas, you go first. What have you got? What did I get for you?
you go first.
You want me to go first? Okay. I've got a Lady Bobber brown sugar bubble tea in a can. I'm quite excited to see what this is like because it looks like it's got bubbles in it. What have you got?
Orange flavour thing.
Orange flavour thing.
With Goku on it. And it says Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z drink. Orange drink. Here we go. Let's see what these are like. I have a feeling this is going to have lots of tapioca in it. Oh, do you hear that noise? That's satisfying, isn't it?
I can't open it. Oh, I got it. Some there.
I mean, it looks like a cup of tea. There's definitely some bubbles in there. They're stuck in the bottom of the can. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yellow.
That tastes like a cup of sweet tea. That is literally what it tastes like. Tea.
Oh! Never trust me.
You're not wrong. Do you know what's great? Your mummy might be watching this from upstairs and seeing. No, don't wipe it off the table. Right, Lucas, you're gonna have to cover for a second while I get cloth because he's now put orange juice all over the table. 1 second.
Okay, so I'll just...
Amateur hour.
So it's all yellow in here, and it tastes like... Tastes a bit like...
Tango.
Like, yeah.
Tastes like Tango or Fanta. That's what I thought.
Yeah, but it's a bit more orangey than Fanta.
So, all you guys at Patreon, thank you so much for all your support over the last couple of years. I'm going to have to use some of the support funds to buy a new iPad and a new Stream Deck now because everything's covered in all sorts of stuff. There we go. Right. I'm going to crack on, Lucas, if that's all right with you. So what we're going to do is...
Can I have another drink? Can I try yours?
You can drink whenever you want to. Yes, you can try mine. Here you go. Don't spill it everywhere, though, eh?
Okay.
What we're going to do is we're going to have a look now
It looks like tea.
at the Royal Pub. Are you ready for this?
Tastes a bit like tea, but
It is tea.
a bit different.
Okay, so here we go. The Royal
Don't
Pub.
like it.
Okay, that's good. Glad to hear it. You're making this really hard work today, you know, Lucas. Normally, you just don't say anything, you giggle, and today, you're being very loud. Right, here it is. We're back in the concept art of the Royal Pub. Do you remember this? You won't remember this, but Hugh and Lucie and I sat here a few weeks ago bewildered, I think is the best way of putting it, at what they were doing to Ludwig's and why on earth. But that's what was there before. It was called King Ludwig's. It was.
Where is it?
It's in the village, and it's kind of opposite the shops and stuff, and a bit further up from where Rainforest Cafe is, and McDonald's and everything. It's back up towards the park.
McDonald's, it sucks.
Okay, McDonald's sucks. Brilliant. Well, you say that sucks. So, the concept art for this pub basically made it look like a Wetherspoons. Let's be honest. It looked like a Wetherspoons. Still looks like a Wetherspoons. So, here are the pictures. Thanks to DLP Report, who were the first ones I saw reporting on it. Loads of people have reported on this week. We've had Inside DLP, the Castle, or whatever they're called. They've been in there sampling the food. We've had DLP Report in there sampling the food as well. They've actually set up their own Instagram account for the pub as well. So if you want to get in on that, you can go and see what they're doing there. There's a nice video of the interior being worked on and everything being done in the pub area there as well. But I've just got a few pictures, mostly from DLP Report, I think, to go through. And then we've got the menu, and we'll have a bit of a chat through the food to see whether it's somewhere you'd like to go and eat.
Can I
Lucas.
do the menu?
Well, yeah, it'll be on here. So if you go into our photos here, while I'm showing this, here we go.
Pardon me.
The camera stopped working since you threw water on it. Here we go. There, so there's the menu. We'll talk about that in a few minutes, okay? But not right this second. So here we go. That's the exterior. Here is the front door. So it's pretty underwhelming, if I'm honest. And the windows there. Then we've got the area that's exactly the same as the concept art behind.
Something?
Yeah, what do you want to say?
McDonald's is that bad. Just Burger King's better.
Lucas eats at McDonald's all the time. Right.
Yeah, because Ollie makes me.
Okay. Can I, carry on talking?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Let's stop
Is that
getting
okay?
off topic.
Yeah, let's stop that. Right, so very, very similar to the concept art, as you can see. You can see right behind us, it's exactly the same, maybe a little bit darker. Now, what the guys on DLP Report have been saying is, internally, the pub looks wildly different. It's been completely refurbished. It's a lot different. The restaurant area is still pretty much the same, I think. There's not a lot of change. Just a reminder here, this is what it used to look like, Lucas. This is what it was like when it was Ludwig's. You can see it's not got a nice castle feel to it. They've got rid of all of that, taken that down. This is what the internals used to look like as well. Just to remind you a little bit of what it all looked like.
That looked good.
Yeah, really cool. So it still looks very similar, I think, at the moment in the internals here. But the bar area does look quite a little bit different. And then this is a shot from outside. Now, there have been pictures since. If you want to see them, go and have a look on DLP Report. Go and have a look on Inside DLP Castle or anywhere on Twitter, really. There are pictures of the bar area. It's got what I would say is a really, really decent range of beers for the type of place that it is. So if you're there for a drinking session, it's probably a great place to go. And I know a lot of people do go to the Disney Village on a night, and I guess it's an alternative to going to the sports bar, for instance, to have some drinks. And they have Proper Job on tap, which, if you're an IPA drinker, is probably one of the best English IPAs you can get, particularly bottle conditioned. I really like it. I should start a podcast talking about beer. And yeah, there's some good ranges, some cocktails, there's, a decent wine list and things as well. And there's a happy hour, so you can get things at a reasonable price for Disneyland Paris. But what we want to know is what the menu's like, don't we? So here's the menu. I'm just going to get it up on our screen here so that Lucas and I can have a look at it. Here we go. So
I finished it.
Very good. That was quick. So first up then.
It was too good.
Great. So first up, there's some sharing platters. You wanted to talk about it, so you tell us about the sharing platters.
Says
You've just knocked the laptop over now, thank you. Go on, don't stop talking.
It says that there's a finger food board, crispy chicken, onion rings, cheddar sticks, vegetable tempura, barbecue sauce and coconut curry sauce for £22. Or euros.
Euros, yeah.
Since it's in. Can I just say pounds, or do I have to say euros?
Well, it is euros. Pounds are an English currency, and euros are a European currency. So yes, you can't say pounds because they're not pounds.
If you can't see, I'll tell you if they're vegan.
All right. Well, go on. So what's next then? What else have we got in the platters?
The veggie platter, a vegan or what
You're really, really quiet, Lucas. You need to speak.
what is
into
the
mic.
difference? Is that vegan or vegetarian?
Vegetarian.
Okay. Flatfels chickpea hummus, guacamole, curried aubergine dip, minted yogurt,
Guacamole. Oh, you got guacamole, haven't you? Yeah. And crackers.
curried aubergine dip, minted yogurt, crackers.
Yeah, so falafel, chickpeas, and that sort of stuff. Then there's a picture of that as well. So the picture, right in the top corner in that direction there. That appears to be the veggie platter.
The top middle one.
Do you know what? It looks really good. I'm not sure it's worth 23 euros, but it does look pretty tasty. It's mostly dip related, and there's only a handful of crackers, so you're going to need a spoon, I think. And I don't know about you, but I'm not a big fan of eating guacamole and hummus by the spoon. You're being a right fidget, you are.
I want to move money.
Okay, I'm going to move a bit quicker with this because
Can I do it?
Well, yeah, but you're reading really slowly.
What do
Go
we
on, what's
do?
next then?
The club sandwich
Yeah, go on
salad.
then, club sandwiches. Yeah.
So I have pastrami club sandwich, pastrami,
Pastrami, yeah. Coleslaw.
coleslaw, pickled onions, gherkins, course lettuce, honey mustard, malted brown bread, crisps.
Right,
23 for 23 euros.
So for 23 euros, I've seen a picture of this because there's quite a few people have had this and put pictures up and talked about it. It is a club sandwich on brown bread with some crisps. It's maybe worth 7 to 8 euros. I would say. I think 23 euros is excessive.
Is that one?
It's excessive. Yes, it is. There is a picture of it actually. You can see it. That is exactly what you get. And
In the middle.
It looks more impressive on that picture, I'd have to say, than
The
the
second
one that you
one
got.
on the middle.
Yeah.
It'll be underneath the...
Yeah, opposite the burgers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Underneath the guacamole thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We have Kaiser crispy chicken salad, marinated crispy chicken, parmesan boiled egg, croutons, course lettuce and course sauce for the price of 21 euros.
So 21 euros Caesar salad. Yeah. John Parker's just said in the chat that the prices are crazy, and I completely agree with that. I think these prices are absolutely ridiculous. I know you're a captive audience there. You're there for a reason, and the food inside the park is really expensive. But this is effectively a Wetherspoons pub. I'm going to say it again. It is your typical town centre Yobs pub, and the prices of the food here just seem utterly ridiculous to me. Really do.
Now there's a vegetarian power bowl, flatfels, roast sweet potatoes, avocado, curds, chickpeas, curried chickpeas, red carriage, mango quinoa,
Quinoa.
cashew nut, coriander, soy sesame vinaigrette. For the price of 19 euros, you can get a vegetarian power bowl.
So a vegetarian power bowl which lists coriander as one of the items that you get in it. Coriander's a garnish, isn't it?
What's that?
It's just like little flavoured leaves that you have on like curries and Indian food, pretty much.
Now we're going to the burgers.
Go on then, go to the burgers.
section,
Keep going.
Where they have, it says underneath the burgers, our beef burgers are French origin and our French fries are 100% French.
Phew, 100% French.
It looks like, first, none of the burgers are vegetarian for any vegetarian viewers.
Oh, that's disappointing. Carry on.
They have the original Royal Burger. Hello?
You keep knocking the lead.
Mm-hmm.
You need to not do
What
that.
if I just put this
Yeah, take
here
it there. Come on.
so I can hold it? Has a original Royal Burger for beef burger, smoked bacon, mature cheddar, caramelized onion, lettuce, gherkins, burger sauce, and brioche bun. I think that's the burger picture.
Yeah, I think it is.
The
as well.
original Royal.
The original Royal, yes, it is.
Burger. And it's for the price of 24
You
euros.
don't need to shout.
I know.
What else? Don't list everything off. Just read them through. Tell you what the burgers are now. Come on.
They have the pulled pork burger and for 22 euros, crispy and spicy chicken burger for 21 euros, and then we go to coffee, and then we'll go to the drinks, and then we'll do the desserts.
Okay. So Philip has just asked in the chat, does anyone know how much the prices are terrible because of the atrocious exchange rates at the moment, or because Disney is much more expensive than the rest of Europe? Well, what I would say is the exchange rate is atrocious, but these prices are in euros, so you're still paying, 20 quid ish for a burger. And like Andrew said in the chat, over here you can go to an American diner and you can get a triple burger, ribs, onion rings, fries, side salad, and pulled pork for 20 quid. These prices are high, I think, because of where it is more than anything else. And if you think about what it's competing against in the village, aside from your McDonald's and your Earl of Sandwich and Vapiano's and places like that, which have fixed prices because they're chains. This is
before we go to drinks, I just spotted the pub specials. That bottom picture isn't just a picture; it's the pub specials.
Okay. just cut me off when I'm mid-flow. See if I care. Was I boring you? Yeah. Go on.
It says underneath, like it had with the burgers.
Right, reel through these pub specials quickly then to see what they are.
Classic fish and chips, Guinness braised beef, grilled Scottish beef skirt steak PGI, mushroom pie, inimitable mac and cheese, chicken tikka masala.
Right, so those are your stock pub grub type meals. Can I just have a look at them? Before you move away? Well. I don't think there's much point. I think we're probably getting a bit of a gist here that you're talking between 20 and 25-ish euros for a main meal. Some of them, the beef is more expensive. So the beef, the steak is 29 euros. The braised beef is 26 euros. But in terms of vegetarian options here, then you're looking at a power bowl. You're looking at a mushroom pie on macaroni cheese, pretty much, or the vegetarian or the vegan sharing platter. Those are your choices, really, as a main course. And it's not ideal, is it? When you think that we've now got Beyond Meat in the parks, and you can go and have a decent veggie burger in there, it seems to me like they're missing a trick here. I just don't understand it. I genuinely don't understand it. I don't want to be grumpy about this, and I'm not even going to play the jingle, but I can imagine Hugh and Lucie wouldn't be too impressed with this as a thing either. It just seems... crazy to me. They've turned it round really, really quickly. Someone said that in the chat as well. They've turned it around incredibly quickly. They've implied that this isn't a permanent thing, that it isn't going to be there forever. So hopefully we get something better at some point. But I don't think there's many European people want a British pub there. I don't think there's a drinking culture at Disney, although I know people do go on friends, like on holidays with friends, or go on hen do's and stag do's there. So maybe there's room for that, but I don't know. I just find it a little bit crazy to me. I find it really, really crazy. Kiva says she's on her way back from an ice hockey game. Who are you watching play, Kiva? Even though you're not there now because you're going to watch the show later. You'll have to let me know. We've been to watch Leeds Knights a couple of times and they've been doing very well at the top of the table this season. So, interested to know who. Anywho. Let's have a quick look at the rest of the menu then. So if we go on to the next page, I know there's puddings there, but let's just have a... Oh, you're on that page anyway? No. Yeah, here we go. So there's snacks and starters.
Can you do it?
Yeah, I can do it, yeah. And then this is the beer menu, really. So there's snacks, there's nachos, there's Eggs Benedict, which is a weird one. So this is snacks and starters. Nachos, yeah, I get that. That's a starter, or I would probably put that in the sharing platters maybe, but yeah, okay. Eggs Benedict is a snack or starter. I think Eggs Benedict's breakfast. I could be wrong, but I think it is. I could see you having Eggs Benedict on a morning. I don't think you'd have Eggs Benedict as a starter and then go and have a burger, would you? But €12 for an Eggs Benedict, not to be sniffed at. What have I done?
I just wanted to do it.
Right, okay.
You're never saying anything wrong.
All right, okay. Crispy chicken as a snack or a starter. Marinated crispy chicken with barb and barbecue sauce. That's pretty good. Garlic bread. €7, and there's a French onion soup as well for €13. So if you want the snacks, they're reasonably priced. No Hugh, there are no pie and peas, anywhere to be seen. You'd think that would be a perfect thing, wouldn't you? There is, however, an all-day breakfast, €24 for an all-day breakfast. If that's your thing.
The small price of £2 at my school.
And for your €24, you get smoked bacon, sausages, fried eggs, hash browns, grilled mushrooms, baked beans, and a muffin. And it looks like 2 eggs, 2 sausages, 2 rashers of bacon, a little tub of baked beans, 2 hash browns, circular ones, 2 halves of a muffin, so you do get the full muffin, and some mushrooms. I again don't think that's a €24 breakfast. If you go to any of the hotels and have their buffet breakfast, I think is it less than €24? I can't remember now. Certainly comparable price wise, and you can have a hell of a lot more food than that. There we go. I'm suitably unimpressed with this. Would you want to go and eat here, Lucas? Was there anything on the menu that you thought, oh, that's what I want? Sit up to the microphone.
Okay.
I think I'm boring, Lucas. I think possibly this could be the last time that he does the show. Well, we've talked through everything. There's burgers. Isn't there? You've pulled the laptop off again. Right, so...
I would have the classic fish and chips.
You'd have fish and chips, yeah? Okay. But would you rather have fish and chips there, or would you rather go...
I was upside down, wasn't I?
There you go. Or would you rather go into the park and go to Toad Hall
I'd rather
and
go
have fish and chips there?
I don't know. I'd
Don't
rather
know.
go to Pim Kitchen than here.
You'd rather go to Pim Kitchen than there. There you go. Okay. I don't think there's much more to say about this. The rest of the menu, I'll just show
Can
you
they
really,
ask
really quickly.
questions to me?
Yes, if you like. Is that going to help
Yeah.
things? Is that going to help speed things along?
Nah, I just want to answer questions.
Right, okay. So Lucas is saying if any of you have any questions for him you want to put in the chat, then please do, and he will be happy to answer them. Yeah, so the rest of it's the wine list, as I say, and drinks. So there's wines, there's aperitifs, there's all the usual stuff. So if you're going out for a drink, good place to start. If you're there on the lash and you want to go at happy hour, which is, what time's happy hour at? Between 5:30 and 7 p.m. Between 5:30 and 7 p.m. you can get €5 beer, 33 centilitres of beer for €5, 50 centilitres for €6.50, and 1 litre for €11. If you so choose. There are mocktails for €7, cocktails for €8.50, and wine is €4 a glass. So, yeah, if you're out to get drunk, that's the place to go. You know, if you want a little bit of a buzz on when you go on your rides, then go for it.
Anyone got any questions?
I don't think anybody has got any questions, darling. Gosh, your hard work this week. So, what else have we got for today? Well, I've got a few trip reports, although I'm kind of thinking that maybe I ought to get rid of Lucas because he doesn't seem very happy to be here today, does he? Are you a bit tired? Yeah? Well, you can go if you want. Do you want to say goodnight to everyone? Are you sure? Are you absolutely positive?
Yay! A
Okay.
question.
Thanks, Ross. Go on then, what's Ross asked you?
I have been asked what's my favourite ride, and it's got to be Star Tours.
Is it? And
Yeah.
why?
It's
What you need to do
just-
is, if you want people to ask you questions, you've got to
Okay,
you've got to elaborate on your
just-
answers.
Just the queue's good, and it's got lots of things in the queue, and just it's fun when it feels like you're actually in a ship, but you're just being like turning.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really fun.
I like it. Last time we went, we got an all English version, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we went to Hoff. And what else did we do? Well, we did we went into the second Death Star, didn't we? Blew up the Death Star. Yeah, it was really good. And then we got loads of rebels at the end all applauding us as we landed. It was really, really cool.
Yeah. Purple37 asked, Lucas, if you could theme a restaurant after anything, what would it be? This one's for my brother. It would be about Lilo and Stitch.
And what would it be?
Like,
What would you think? What do you think would be really cool? How would you like it?
wait. Just a second, I need to think.
You need to think. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Why don't I
Yes.
read this this tip report from Jenny Weir out, and you can think about your answer, yeah? About what you'd like that ride to be, and you can tell us about it once I've
No,
read
it's
this
a
out.
restaurant.
Oh, sorry, the restaurant, yeah. Oh, was it a restaurant? I thought it was a ride. Oh, in which case, that's fine, isn't it? So it'd be like Hawaiian themed.
Yeah.
What food would you have there?
Pineapple and ham pizza.
Pineapple and ham pizza. Is that it? Just ham and pineapple pizza?
Just Hawaiian food.
Cool.
I don't know Hawaiian food. I don't know any Hawaiian food.
Well, it's by the sea, isn't it? So probably seafood would be a
Yeah.
good thing for it, wouldn't it? Right, so I am going to read a report out. You
Yes.
keep looking. If anybody else has got any questions for Lucas,
Okay.
please bang them in the chat. and you can get more insightful musings from him.
Knowledge about me.
Yeah. So this, I have a jingle, don't I, for this? Hang on. It's this one here.
Audience Trip Roundup.
Roundup. Right. I've got a few audience trip reports from the last few months. This one is actually from the summer last year, but what Jenny said was, I'm sending this really late on, but basically I wanted to do it as a tip report instead. So here's...
I've got a question.
Oh, go on.
Scottish Claire.
Hello, Scottish Claire.
Says, Lucas, what shows should we try to watch at DLP?
Oh.
We don't really...
You haven't watched any of the shows, have you?
No.
The only thing we watched was the Halloween thing on the castle stage, didn't we? Remember watching that? Do you not remember? Oh, well, we did. But that was the first time we went when we went at Halloween. And you were quite young then.
I was like 5.
Yeah, you probably don't really remember it. So yeah, we're the worst ones to ask about the shows because we've never really found time to do it. We want to. I really want to. I want to go and see Mickey and the Magician. Really, really want to go and see that. I quite like to see Rhythms of the Pride's Lands as well. But yeah, when it comes to shows, we're entirely useless, really, aren't we? Although you have seen one kind of show.
Yeah, the Stitch Live.
Stitch Live, and you loved that, didn't you?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
What happened when you went?
I went with Bonnie.
Yeah, but did you get picked on? Did they talk to you?
One time.
Yeah?
One time.
What did they say to you?
I can't remember.
Did he ask if you got a girlfriend? You're just showing your bare chest to the world.
I know, but I'm really hot.
You're really hot. Right, can I read this tip report out now then?
Yes.
Tip report then. So, realising it was too late to write a trip report for our first family trip last June, I thought it would be a good idea to write a tip report instead. Things that we thought may help others that I hadn't come across on other vlogs. I hope they're useful. So here we are, we've got a numbered list. Number 1, squash. We are big squash drinkers in our house, and our boys aren't massive fans of water. We took 2 flavours of Robinson's squash minis, and they were an absolute godsend. We filled up our water bottles at the fountains, and on 1 squirt of Robinson's meant we had squash all day. Plus, in restaurants, if they didn't have anything non-fizzy for the boys, we just asked for water and made it into squash too. Game changer. Other brands are probably available. Other brands are available because we got ones from Aldi, didn't we, Lucas? And although it wasn't my favourite orange... Yeah, that's right. Yeah, little bottles. Yeah. Little tiny little bottles, size of your hand.
It would have probably been harder for you because you like weaker orange.
I do. We talk about that a lot on the show because Hugh can't make me drinks that are the right strength for me. Because I do have my juice really weak because when I was a kid, my mum decided that it was expensive to have orange juice, so she used to make it weak so that we didn't waste it all. And I got used to drinking squash very, very weak. But yes, the little bottles are
current really strong.
Yes. The little bottles are fantastic, especially in the summer. It was so hot in August last year. And I think Hugh said before, the water can sometimes taste a little bit funky, but if you put some juice in it, you don't notice it quite so much. So that's a great tip. Fantastic tip. I really like this second tip as well. Wristbands. We ordered silicone wristbands with my phone number on from easytoname.com is what she says, I think. Just in case they lost us, meaning a cast member or another parent could ring me. Her kids are 8 and 10, so old enough to communicate but not to memorise their number. They're handy for all ages of child or a vulnerable adult. I think that's a really good idea as well. You know, like a little rubber. You've got some rubber bracelets, haven't you? Like little just bracelets going on. You get them. You get them engraved.
I got one last time for my birthday when we got the sports thing, the Nintendo Switch.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
I got one from
You just need to remember to speak into the microphone. I'm just going to remind you again.
Because it came with a box, so it came with that, and then I also got a poppy one.
Yeah. So number 3. Don't worry, Lucas. There's not long now, and then you can go take your dressing gown off.
My pants in bed.
Okay, and sit in your pants in bed. Boys, eh?
You
Cues.
do that most of the time.
Thanks, Lucas. Thank you so much. We used early magic time for the big thrill rides with long queues and budgeted for 1 Premier Access pass per day, which we used on rides like Peter Pan, Snow White, Buzz, which we generally did in the middle of the day when everything was busy. See, that's a good idea. I've put together a lot of information about the Premier Access opportunities stuff, which I thought I might talk through next week if I do a show. There's a possibility I might not. It depends. If I do, it will just be me because this is a bit of a car crash.
Please, I'll be better last.
I'll be good. I promise. Well, we'll see. Stop hitting me. Do you think this is going to make me change my mind? Right, yeah. But yeah, using Premier Access in that kind of way seems like a really good thing to do, doesn't it? Vlogs, number 4, vlogs. I watched so many, and it was the most useful prep I did. I started by searching the hotels we stayed at and basically just went down rabbit holes, but found out so much stuff. My Disney notebook was very full and provided great car journey reading. Yeah, we use vlogs all the time. Hugh and Lucie talk about the vlogs that they watch. In fact, when I went round the other week, last week, before they went away, when I arrived, they were watching vlogs, getting ready for the Walt Disney World trip. So you know, God, we are a vlog. So yeah, of course we do. Of course we watch them. But yeah, it's a fantastic way to get information. We've always watched hotel walkthroughs for the new hotels we haven't been to yet, and we've always tried to make sure that we keep on top of what's going on, and vlogs are a great way to do that. Pamela says, "Hi Lucas, just checked in to see 37DS newest host. You're doing a fab job." Yeah. He's very cute, isn't he? I'm coming across as passive aggressive, and you're hitting me a lot, which is nice. Number 5, movie magic. In the run-up, we made a Disney movie watch list, which we put on the fridge and challenged ourselves to watch every one before we went. We succeeded, squeezing in Enchanted the day before, I think. But it was so exciting and added to the magic so much more, as the boys recognised all the characters and appreciated the detail on things. We've just ventured to the world of Marvel, so I have a new list on the fridge now, trying to get through all of them before we go at Christmas. We've done Iron Man and Incredible Hulk so far and loved them. List attached if anyone wants them. Right, so I do have the lists. I will... I'll try and tweet those out on the hashtag movie list. How's that? Hashtag 37 Disney Street movie list. And I'll try and do that after the show now, or when I listen back next week and remember that I should have tweeted them. Yeah, I think that's a really great idea. I wish we'd done that the first time that we gone through some of the films. Yeah, of course you can.
So,
is it related to what we're talking about?
I just want to say something.
Go on. Yeah, you've pulled the laptop off again because you keep pulling the lead and you're not talking into the microphone. So go on.
When you go to Disney, last time we went, we got an autograph book, but I think I recommend getting an autograph book because it's fun when you see the characters and getting the autographs. I quite liked it.
Yeah.
And especially since on the final day we had the breakfast with the characters, we got loads of autographs.
Oh, maybe don't speak into the microphone when you're burping. Yes. Yeah, we got loads of autographs, didn't you?
Yeah.
It was really good. And you can take it again if you want to next time you go to get other ones, can't you?
But I got a special 30 years one.
Yes, you did get a special 30 years one, yes. The movie magic thing, though, I think it's a really good idea because there's so much that I missed and I didn't appreciate the first time that I went because I hadn't seen a lot of the films. And doing the Classics podcast really kind of opened my eyes to a lot more Disney stuff. It's interesting, though, because we kind of did it the opposite way around. We went and I had no expectations for Disney at all and then came away thinking, I need to watch all the films. And so that's when we started our list. Number 6, Photo Pass. I had seen in vlogs that people had them, so I bought ours in the hotel shop at Newport Bay, and they explained how it worked. It was really easy to use, and it was nice to not have to pay for them individually. Our tip is to remember to video character meets and let the Disney photographer get the shots. We ended up with some amazing shots from the Photo Pass and magical bits of video that we were able to catch on video on our phones. Do you know what? I never even thought about videoing the meet and greets.
Good, and then the photographer can take the pictures. Just you'll need a big like memory and storage for like your phone because my iPad runs out. But I do have like 200 games.
You've filled your iPad with all the cheap advertising games. Every time an advert comes on in a game, he downloads it, and now he's complaining that he's got no any space left to record his videos because he likes to make films, don't you? Like the Marvel superhero one that you made a while back.
Yeah, I've got a Pokemon one that I just made.
Ah, cool.
Well, you've watched it. You
yeah,
know
I have. We always get a Photo Pass, so we have done every time we've been, and I think they're great value for money personally. I wouldn't imagine that we'd go through a holiday without buying at least one picture if we didn't have it, so for me it's worthwhile. Fans. We took USB chargeable little fans that we could have in the bags for a waft when we got really hot. They were great in queues and watching parades, etc. in the blaring Paris sun. We didn't actually need to charge them, but easily could have done with the USB lead in our hotel room. Yeah, that's a really good idea as well. Save on the batteries. Take a little fan with you. Fans are great. Power. Take a 4-way extension lead. Hotel rooms don't have many plugs, and if you have several phones and devices, it's super handy. I swear by this. I have 2 USB, triple USB plugs, and everything these days all my technology is all uses USBs, so I can plug in all these different things on it. I have one of these things where you rest your phone on it and it'll rest my phone and my watch, and it charges them both together, so I only need one USB to do that. It's brilliant, particularly when you go into somewhere like Sequoia Lodge where there's 2 plugs and one of them's for a lamp, so you don't actually have enough plug space. Works really well.
The last couple of ones, we're doing it for 30 minutes, but we've been on almost 41 minutes.
Well, we normally go for an hour, don't we? That's why on the show usually.
Okay.
We'll
go for an hour.
We'll go for an hour. We'll go for an hour. Well, we'll go until we're finished, I think.
No, we'll go for an hour.
Okay, restaurants. If you have children, our advice is to stick to buffets and quick service restaurants. I didn't think R2 were fussy until we went to France. My husband and I loved Chez Remy, but the boys hardly ate anything because it was too posh for them. We decided not to do Captain Jack's after that, even though we would have loved to. They were really happy with the choices in Silver Spur Steakhouse and Plaza Gardens. We did Cafe Hyperion, Colonel Hathie's and Rainforest Cafe for our main meals, which were all fab. Definitely use the app to check the menus before booking, as it's too expensive for your children not to eat much. Completely agree with that. We were very lucky in that we'd booked to go full board, so we knew we'd got a buffet meal in the evening, and we did that very deliberately so that we could go to the nice restaurants, and if they didn't eat anything, it didn't matter too much because we knew they were going to get food later on.
I think we were lucky that we went to the Sequoia Lodge?
Yeah.
Hotel.
Yeah.
We were lucky because, what was the restaurant?
Hunter's Grill.
The Hunter's Grill. It was so good.
Yeah, it was really good.
And even when I was not feeling that hungry, just having some plain pasta for tea, it was helped.
Yep. Absolutely. And the buffets are great. You liked lots of the restaurants we went to, didn't you? Where else did we go and eat? You liked Manhattan, didn't you?
Yeah, I love both of the Avengers ones that we went to. Well, all of the Avengers ones that we went to.
Oh, because we went to downtown as well, didn't we? And Pim Kitchen.
Yeah, I loved Pim Kitchen.
Yeah, Pim Kitchen was really good. It was nice having a meal with Hugh and Lucie and Bonnie as well, wasn't it?
And the giant pretzel.
Yeah, yeah.
And then going on web slingers and seeing the Pim Kitchen in the ride.
Yeah. We watched Ant-Man yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah.
Did you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to watching the second one. Gradually working our way through the Marvel films, aren't we?
Yeah.
Very, very slowly, but we're getting there.
We've
watched up to Ant-Man, haven't we now, chronologically?
Yeah. Well, we've watched Endgame and Infinity Wars, and we've watched we've watched Spider-Man Homecoming and No Way Home.
Yeah.
What's the other way of the second one?
Far From Home.
Far From Home.
Yeah, that's right. Where are we next? Queue game. I found an app called 2Player Games, which was a game changer in long queues. The boys could then play things like Connect 4 and air hockey to keep them occupied. It's free and there are loads of games on there. That sounds interesting. 2Player Games app. We'll have to have a look at that. Although my kids will just fight, so it might not be the best thing for us to use. Magical by Sarah's just joined and said, "Hey everyone, the Royal Pub." Do you know what? I completely forgotten that we were still on there, so I'm going to go back to the main picture. I've kept it on that for nearly the whole show, and I hadn't even realised that I was doing it. Sorry about that. This is what happens when I don't have the other two here to nudge me and remind me about things.
I don't know what we're doing. The other one who's supposed to be.
Yeah. All right. Number 11, wish list. What have I done? Are you dinging me because I've done it wrong?
No.
For my incompetence?
Yeah.
You're dinging my incompetence. Yeah, okay, you can stop now. Wish list. Make a wish list for each day with one thing each of you really want to do. It helps with the what should we do now scenarios, and also means everybody gets a treat of their choice, whether it's a ride or a meal or a character meet. That's a little bit like Hugh and Lucie and Bonnie playing choosers, isn't it? Do you know that they do that? So when they go to the park, sometimes they'll have a day where they do choosers, and basically they take it in turns to choose what they're going to do next. And so Bonnie might say, I want to go on Small World. And then when they come out of Small World, Hugh might say, I want to go for an ice cream. And then after that, it's Lucy's turn. And Lucy might say, I want to go and do a wee. And the day just goes on like that. Then it's Bonnie's turn. And she says, I want to go on Small World again. What?
I want to get a pineapple whip.
I want to get a pineapple whip. Hugh would possibly say that as well, although they don't do the mango ones anymore, do they? Table games. Have Uno or Dobble in your bag for boredom-breaking sit-down in restaurants. You can get Disney and Pixar-themed Dobbles now. We also took a small pencil case of Crayola twistable crayons, no sharpening needed, and a pad of paper. We also had a Disney quiz book and big colouring pads for the hotel room. We forgot all that sort of stuff this time. We just didn't even think about it. However, Ollie got a Lion King book, didn't he?
Yeah, so
And some pens. So you both spent quite a lot of time just drawing in that book, didn't you? When we were at the restaurants. But yeah, fantastic idea. I think anything that you can carry in your pockets to have to bring out when you're in a restaurant with young kids is a really good idea. My mum started that with our family actually. What did Grandma used to carry in her pockets for you to play with? Can you remember? She had lots of little farm animals. So she had like cows and horses and stuff, and she used to just pull them out of her pockets and put them on the table, and you'd sit and play with them all quiet.
what we normally do now is, Mummy, can I have your phone? Daddy, can I have your phone?
Can I have your phone? Yeah, you do.
And then we get it.
Yes.
Why
See-
does it look like I'm sitting on Small World?
Well, it does a little bit, yeah. So listen, Lucas, you should have waited till I got to this point, because this one now is autographs. The furry characters...
I didn't know they had that.
No, well, there you go. The furry characters really struggle with biros as they have big paws and hands and can't grip them properly. So Sharpies are perfect for autographs. Plus, they are permanent, so will never fade. Have the lid off ready when it's your turn, so not to waste time with the characters.
But we
That's
had
a
a
good idea.
clippy pen.
Oh yeah, we had a clippy pen it was a big one, wasn't it? So it's a big chunky one where you can pick different colours. One of those, wasn't it? Was it?
No.
Oh, was it just a big pen?
No, that was Ollie's one.
Oh,
so
okay.
we just had one where you clip the box,
Oh, like a okay.
like a clippy, like you know, like the pens where instead of taking the lid off, he either has it off. You know, like we went
Yeah,
to
what?
Whistletop Valley where where you have the pens where you
I know what you
clip
mean.
the bottom and then the top
Yeah.
comes up.
I know exactly what you mean. Right, somebody help me out here. What are those pens called? I feel like this is one of those things that I've erased from my memory, and I can't remember what they're called. It's like
I
a
know how
retractable
to
pen. Is it
sort
called
it.
a retractable pen? A clicky pen? I don't know. I feel like it's got a name and I can't think what it is. Are you Googling it?
Yes.
All right, watch out for the drinks. Number 14, glow sticks. I picked up some cheap glow sticks to take and use them in the park at night. The boys had them round their wrists so they could always see them, and I had one on the handle of our bags too. That's a really good idea. It's nice when it gets dark and you can have glow sticks and stuff, and they're all selling these big expensive things that spin round and stuff, but if you can pick up some cheap ones to take with you, that's a really good idea. And the final tip, number 15, is portable charger. If you're planning long park days with breaks rather than going back to the hotel, invest in a portable charger and use it during meal times. With the app constantly on, photos and videos always being taken, the games being played on it in queues, my phone was definite need of a boost during the day. Yeah, I think I absolutely agree with this. We bought one especially, although I didn't actually end up using it that much. I did use it to charge when we were in restaurants at times, and I carried it in my bag at all times. It's a very useful thing to have. I know Hugh and Lucie do the same as well. And like you say, with the app being so important to your experience these days, you're on your phone constantly, seeing what rides are open, what the wait times are, what's going on in your restaurant, what time you booked your restaurant for. Clippy pens. Okay, clippy pens it is then. Clippy pens, guys.
Clippy ballpoint pens.
Clippy ballpoint pens. So that is Jenny's tips. 15 awesome tips there. Thank you, Jenny, for those. And it sounds like you had a fantastic holiday as well, so that's great. We will go through a few. I think I've got 2 trip reports left to go here. One from Carla and one from Andy Millen. I will go through those next week when we have the show then. Well, possibly with you, depending on how you decide to behave next week. I might pre-record you, and then that'd be good. Then you can go to bed. Yeah, I think with it being 50-ish minutes in now, I think it might be an idea.
We need an hour.
We need an hour. What we're going to do for the next 10 minutes then, Lucas? Over to you.
So, we're gonna You're gonna ask us about? No, wait. Let me just have some thinking.
You can't have thinking time. This
Okay,
is going to be a
okay.
podcast. Nobody wants radio silence. I'll tell you what I can do. I can I'll play this for a second.
Yes.
You have. Are you sure you thought of this?
Yes.
Go on then.
We can play them and have a dance.
Play songs and have a dance. No, we're not going to do that. I think we might. Well, I think we might call it. Just.
No, wait. I've got a better idea. Do it again.
I've got a really good idea. You're going to let me finish the show now, okay?
No, can I have one more question?
Well, there isn't any more questions. Nobody's got any more questions for you,
Please,
so it's time
anyone
to
got a
finish.
question?
So, we're going to call it here, even though Lucas doesn't seem to want to. Yeah, I will most likely be there next week.
Touch it.
Can you just let me finish, please? I'll most likely be here next week. We'll see what happens, but I'll let you know during the week what's going on. 2 weeks' time, Lucy and Hugh will be back, and they'll be telling us all about their Walt Disney World trip, which should be quite exciting.
And how bad I am at the show.
Well, I don't think it'll be that. But
Wait,
yeah.
I want to say something.
What do you want to say? Because I'm trying to finish the show. No, you don't need to say something on there.
I want to type something into the chat.
There's no extra magic time today either because of this. Because of this here going on over here. So
What's extra magic time?
Extra Magic Time's a show that we do on Patreon for our Patreon subscribers, our Disney Street pals,
I'll
every
do it
night
with you.
after this show.
I'll do
We do it for 20 minutes. But we're not doing one this week and we're not doing one next week. But the week after that, we will be doing a show and it will be a film review of the original Tron film, which is quite fun.
What's Tron?
Tron is a film, a Disney film. And we're gonna do like the classics podcast live for our Patreon subscribers, and then we'll be putting it out as a podcast in the way that we always have done as well. So there'll be a new podcast available to you all at some point there as well. There's not a lot else to say at the moment, I don't think. If you want to get in touch, if you want to help me with some content next week, then by all means send me some messages through. If you've got questions, then we can try and field them and answer them. If I'm stuck for things to talk about, then I will talk a bit about Premier Access, I think, and the benefits
do another quiz.
And everything of that as well. We could do a quiz. We probably won't do a quiz.
I'll make a quiz.
Lucas says he's going to make a quiz. Okay, well, we might have a quiz next week then. We'll see what he does.
I'll go make...
Okay.
Bye, I'm
you're
going to
now.
make a quiz.
Right. And on that note, I think we'll call it a day. So thanks everyone for joining us today in this very chaotic show. We'll see you next week, hopefully. Bye.
Goku says bye. No, I mean Grogu.